Hello, this is an explanation of problem 6-2, which is inventory methods based on Fifo, Lifo, and weighted average. And every book does it a little bit differently, and this book is the way I'm going to teach you how to complete this problem. So you can see up here, I have actually replicated the problem. So this is the one in Connect. Now, keep in mind that your numbers are going to be just slightly different because these are algorithmic, and so I just took the one from the book. So actually, if you looked at the end of the chapter, these would be the numbers that you'd see. But in any event, that's where I got all that from. I put it into a handy dandy spreadsheet because I love spreadsheets, but you can see that here's my beginning inventory, 20 units at $250, and I just extended the cost. The next thing that happens is sales. Then they purchase some stuff, they sell some stuff, they purchase, they sell, they purchase, and you're going, oh my goodness, how am I going to calculate all these costs? So the three I'm going to go over because specific identification is really easy. You just take exactly the bike cost for that bike exactly. So that was not too tricky. But anyway, so if you look at this one, I'm going to start out with FIFO. That was the first requirement. So you can see that what I've done is listed the sales. So here was my 15 sales, and actually this number is wrong. So there we go. So I have 15 sales, just so you keep track here. There's my beginning inventory of 20, sales 15. Okay, I goofed a bit. Okay, now I've corrected it. Okay, there we go. All right, so my sales are 15 sales, 8 sales, there's my 8 sales, and my 12 sales, right? Totals 35 sales. So let's make a little top and bottom border there. Okay, that is my total sales. So I know I sold 35. Now, these are my purchases. So I just basically took these from the table above. There was my beginning inventory of 20 units at $250, 10 units at $270, and so on and so forth. So I have 49 total units in inventory. Okay, so what do I need to do? Well, I need to get 35 units so I can actually cost them. So in the FIFO method, what we're going to do is take the first purchases out first. So in other words, do you see how these purchases of $20 at $250 were the first one? So I'm going to nab those. There's 20 at $250, okay? But I sold 35, so I got to keep going. Here's 10 more. These 10 came from that $270 right there. That gives me a total. So far I've collected 30 units, but remember I sold 35, so now I got to go digging even deeper. Here's 5 more. All right, where did I get those 5? I got those 5 out of this 10 right here at $280, and that gives me my total cost of goods sold. So if I know that those are out of inventory, remember this guy, he's out. This guy, he's out. This guy, he's half out. So 5 of them went to go to cost of goods sold, and 5 of them are still with us in our inventory, which is why that number's down here at 280. And then the final bikes that I purchased, those 9 bikes at 300, they didn't go anywhere. So those are my ending inventory. So I got 5 at 280, 9 at 300, totaling 4,100. My total cost of goods sold was all of these that I collected. Remember, I started at the top and went down, and that's where I got my total cost of goods sold and my total ending inventory. So your numbers will be different, but the theory is just the same. Now, the cool thing is that FIFO works the same, only opposite. So just for fun, I just repeated the sales numbers that I've got here. So here's my 15 I sold, 8 I sold, 12 I sold. There's the total that I sold. So I have to find 35 items to cost out. So again, here's my purchases. They're exactly the same as what's over here. I just repeated it. And at the end of the day, I had 49 total purchases throughout the month. Okay? Or yeah, so those are like inventory items, but I only sold 35 of those 49. So now to come up with the cost of sold using LIFO, instead of starting at the top and going down, which is what we did over here, I'm going to start at the bottom and go up. So remember I need to go find 35 items. So here's 9 of them. I'm going to grab those guys. There they are down there. Then I'm going to grab 10 more. That's these guys right here. 10 more than that. There's those. So I got 9, 19, 29. I still need 6 more. So now I got to go find 6 at the 250. Okay? So because I only grabbed 6 out of those 20, I have 14 left over at that 250. So that's my ending inventory using Lifo, and this is my cost of goods sold using Lifo. Again, I went for the last costs in. This was the last cost in, right? The last costs in are the first costs out, and that's how Lifo works. Okay, last one. Weighted average. This can seem a little tricky, but the book actually handles this one quite simply, so you should be really happy. All right, all we had to do here was what I did is I totaled up my inventory. How did I get that? Well, I took my beginning inventory, my purchases, and more purchases. All those totals purchased $13,200. Now don't trust me, do it yourself. You'll see that those were all the purchases. Again, I took the 5,000, I took the other ones I purchased, these I purchased, and these I purchased, and that equaled that. And that equaled also 49 bikes, which is 20 plus 10, that's 30, plus 10 more, that's 40, plus 9 more, that's 49 bikes. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so then I took the 13,200, divided it by the 49. You can see that's my formula in that cell right there. And I came up with $269.39 as an average weight, or the weighted average for the items for that month. Okay, so then when I do my cost of goods sold, it's actually pretty simple. Remember how I sold 35 of them? So I took 35 units at the weighted average cost, and it gave me that number. And my ending inventory is the 14 I have left, because I either sold them or I still have them, and these are the ones I have left. So 14 units at the weighted cost is that. And that's how you complete that problem. So hopefully that helps.